Hi everyone. I've never paid much attention to budgets. You pretty much know what's going to happen with the budget. You figure it out when you're about 18 years old. Whatever happens in a budget, whatever good things happen in a budget, if they give you something good in one hand, they immediately take it away in another, or they take it from your back pocket somewhere. You know that cigarettes are going to go up, you know alcohol is going to go up, and if it doesn't, you know that other things are going to go up to make up for it. It's just the way budgets work. But I've got a news channel now, so I sort of have to report on it because it is a big thing, I suppose. Here's the honest statistic you need to know. It was in The Guardian, and it didn't take them long to get to it either. The first few paragraphs are horrific, and then it gets to the statistic in the third paragraph, I think. Budget income tax to overwhelmingly benefit the rich, say The Guardian. Well, slap my ass and call me Judy. I'm shocked. Top half of households to benefit from 84% of the cuts, say the Resolution Foundation. Resolution Foundation, for those in America, it's very similar to, I think you call it the CBO score in America. Whenever you have a budget or anything going through Congress or the Senate. Something similar over here. Income tax cuts for millions of workers, say this article in The Guardian, announced in Philip Hammond's budget will overwhelmingly benefit richer households, analysis has found, with almost half set to go to the top 10% of households. So the rich people, you know, the bankers are included in that. They're the rich people who caused the financial crash, which led to 10 years of austerity, which has crippled the poor. The bankers who have been making out like bandits ever since that, remember, they were the people who caused the crash, they were the people who bailed out, they didn't have to pay the money back, they've still get their millions in bonuses in the last 10 years. And they're the financial services sector, that's what's really driving the economy in the UK. Go and look at the figures. They've just been given another handout in a tax cut. The analysis by the Resolution Foundation think tank found that welfare cuts would continue to affect the poorest households despite Hammond's announcement that austerity was coming to an end. I'm sorry, Hammond announced that austerity was coming to an end and Theresa May announced that, and it's not true? Shocked. 3/4 of the $12 billion in welfare cuts announced after the 25 election remain government policy. So austerity is over. 25% of it is anyway. This is the statistic I want to get to. So that you can see they've gone straight into it, The Guardian have, and they're hammering this home. It's a good article. Shame they can't do it, you know, when they're covering Julian Assange, for instance. The overall package of the tax and benefit changes announced since 2015 will deliver an average gain of £390 for the richest 5% of households in 2023-24, the think tank found, compared to an average loss of £400 to the poorest fifth. It's the only statistic you need to know. The poorest fifth of families in this country, so the bottom 20% of this country, will have an average loss of £400 if you look at the Tory budget since 2015. Yeah, since 2015. Average bottom 20% of earner in this country will be £400. I assume that's a month worse off, although it could be a year. It's probably a year now in the Tories. And the rich will get £390 surplus. The very people, remember, who crashed the economy were included in that. The very people who caused all this nonsense. Well done, The Guardian, for actually writing an article like that. I haven't seen it in any of the indie media at the moment, otherwise I would have showed them rather than The Guardian. But I actually looked for this in BBC, in their coverage, and the BBC have covered that. They've covered that National Research Agency, showing that the bottom fifth would be worse off. They didn't give the statistic, but they did give the link to it. It was in paragraph 18. I shit you not, on the BBC, paragraph 18. Even the BBC, who are meant to inform and educate the public, it's in their mandate, that's what they're supposed to do. They bury it in paragraph 18. The Guardian there just led into it first 3 paragraphs, and then boom, paragraph 4. There's the hard-hitting thing. Talk about burying the lead. But this is Robin Hood in reverse, is what it is. This is taking from the poor and giving directly to the rich. That's exactly what this is. There's no other way you can look at it. And how that pompous, pontificating prick can stand there with a smirk on his face is beyond me or any of these Tories. Because they're killing people. They are killing people. They've got to go. They've got to go. It's about time they went. I've always said that budgets, they give you it in one hand and take it away in another. I had no realization really that since 2015 what they've actually been doing is taking direct from the hand of the poor and giving it to the hand of the rich. Absolutely shocking. But are you really that shocked? If you like this video and you want to see more, please subscribe and click the bell below so you get a notification of when I drop further videos. Independent voices like mine, I'm sure you're aware by now, are being censored across all social media platforms, so please like and comment on the videos. That really does help the channel out, and share the videos wherever you can to grow the audience. If you can, please support me on Patreon. You can do it for as little as $1 a month. I cannot do this without your help. I rely on your donations. Thanks very much for your support. It really is appreciated. Until next time, peace and take care.